let's get right into this one, guys. We're going to be talking about scripts for expireds first. And last time we didn't fully talk about scripts for past clients, maybe your sphere, reaching out to those people. So that's what we wanted to start with. Mark, anything else that you think we should talk about on the dialogue part?
I think we should lead with that. And then also, I think what would be great is if people in the chat want to chime in maybe and see kind of what they might want to hear as far as scripts go, because we can always add it or do it for the next one.
All right, good. And with that, I think we should start off with the expired one. What do you think?
I think that is a grand idea. Tristan, give me a little background again with expireds. You like crushed expireds back in the day.
I loved expireds, dude. I loved calling expireds. I didn't like getting yelled at, but I loved expireds. And people always ask me,
getting yelled at is great.
Where do we go? Where do we go to get the expired information from? I'll just show you that really quick. And that's the best part. Jacob, that is the best part, isn't it? We go to RedX, and I'll put up the link on here, but this is what RedX is. This is where we get all the data. You know what? I'll just show you really quick what that looks like on the back end so you can follow along with me as Mark and I.
Question for you, Tristan. Is there an affiliate link on Lab Code Agents for RedX?
There is here. We do this for free, but there is an affiliate link. There it is. I put up the little link there. If you have any questions as we're about to show you, let us know. All right, this is what we do, and we're going to run it. We're going to run it not live because we can't call in California without letting people know that it's a recorded call. But we're going to run it live, like if Mark is somebody that we're calling in. But I wanted to show you the back end first, so you understand what the capabilities of this are. The capabilities of this is so that you can run it as well. And we've got scripts for this, of course. So if you're wondering where the hell do you start, we've got the scripts right here. We'll put up the link as well. Let me grab this link and share it with you. This is what we use in the chat. Oh, you know what? Jacob, I didn't know Jacob was on there as well. I just realized it. But Jacob, I got the shoes you got. I just got them a different color. There you go. So there's the link to the script, just in case you're wondering. And then the one right before that's the affiliate link. When you're calling expireds, here's what I've got for you. So you're following along with me because expireds work. That's how we broke into a luxury market, that and Google PPC. I'll continue to tell that story because that's exactly how it happened. When calling expireds, the tonality has to be right. It can't be aggressive or forceful, and it has to be natural and genuine. Before you begin your calls, get yourself into the right mindset. Think of ways you can help the people that you're calling and make sure to listen. A lot of us just kind of steamroll through it and don't even give them a chance to say hello. The scripts below are interchangeable. I made them that way and are here to help as a guide. Remember that. As you get better into this, you can modify it and adjust it as you want. So I'm logged into the back end. This is what we would typically do. We go to the section that says expireds right there. Click on expireds, and then it starts outlining them all for us. We can auto dial right here, or we can hand dial. We've got this guy, Gregory. Let's say we were hand dialing. We've got all their information on the right and the listing information. We got tax information. We even have market insights as to what this looks like in their area, median price point and everything. On this end for data, we have all their info, and then we have extra information here. We have two addresses. One address is typically their main address, and the other one is a mailing address, just in case that isn't their mailing address. And every once in a while, on this side, let me see if I can find one really quick so I can see. Okay, perfect. Every once in a while, you're going to see one that says DNC. That means you're not going to call those because it says do not call. Right. And typically it'll say over here, mobile. Now, if you call them and for any reason it ends up being a different line, then you change it right there. Now, one of my favorite features to this, and then we'll get going, is this, Mark, right here. When I'm calling, I can click on this. And if I don't know what to say, I'll be like, hi, Frederick. Hi, is this Frederick? You could just go through this whole thing. And you can add your own script right here, too. Click it. But in this case, we're going to run my script. Mark, this way people can kind of feel it out. All right. And I'm just going to follow this so people understand how easy this is. Most of it is mindset and just calling. All right. Here we go. Ring, ring.
Hello.
You answered too fast. Hold on. I was drinking. All right. Let's start all over.
Hello.
Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, Mark.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, Mark. It's Tristan with Keller Williams Realty. How are you?
Uh, Good. How can I help you?
Well, great, man. Well, listen, you might be getting a lot of calls right now. I know it's early in the day, but have you gotten any other calls about your home not being on the market anymore?
About 60.
Only 60. I'm so sorry, Mark. You're probably going to get about 100 more. I'm really sorry about that. But your home came off the market. What happened?
Well, it didn't sell. I don't have time for this call.
I'm sorry about that, Mark. Well, I'll make it really quick for you. Are you still looking to sell your home?
Uh, well, I mean, the market sucks. How are you guys getting my number, by the way?
Look, we subscribe to different forms of getting people's numbers where they no longer have their home on the market. And so this is how we ended up getting yours. But you are still interested in selling your home, it sounds like. And you mentioned that the market sucked, but at the same time, homes are still selling. I mean, you are seeing other homes in the area sell, right? What happened with yours?
I mean, I don't know. I think the marketing sucked.
The market, like specifically what? What are we looking at on the marketing?
I just think our agent did a bad job.
What do you wish they would have done more? Because we do have other ways that we sell homes and just the natural, normal way that most real estate agents do. But what would you have hoped they would have done besides sell the home, obviously, right? Because everyone needs to sell their
Yeah.
home. It's on the market. Well, what do you wish they would have done?
I don't know. I wish they would have, brought some buyers, or at least had an open house.
They didn't have an open house. Okay, what's important about an open house? I mean, do you think your home would sell in an open house?
I mean, yeah, I think so. That's how we bought our place.
Nice. I like that. So no open houses. Anything else that stood out that you wish they would have done?
I mean, I wish they would have marketed it more. I didn't see any flyers go out. The neighbors didn't really know about it. There's no sign in the front yard. It just seemed like they just kind of just, I don't even know, just put it on the MLS.
Oh, it sounds like they put the home on the market when everything else was selling really quick, right? So the
I guess,
market
yeah.
shifted. The market shifted quite a bit. Where were you guys moving to?
Arizona.
Are you guys still looking to move to Arizona, or is that all completely done?
Yeah, I mean, we are, but we can't because our house is still, ours.
Got it. All right. Well, Mark, based on the information that I have in front of me, I think we could still sell your home at a really great price. It just depends on whether or not you would take the price that the market is asking for it.
Well, what's the price the market's asking for? Like 4 months ago, the house down the street sold for 20,000 more than what we listed it at.
Yeah, and then you guys are having a challenge selling the home for what it was listed at. I think you're really close to the price. But I first think we have to take a look at it and take a look at, besides the open house, besides the sign, besides the regular marketing, what else wasn't done to bring in as many people as possible? Because at the end of the day, you want to market it to as many people as possible to try to get it sold for the price that you wanted. And I don't know if that was done. So do you have some time today around 4:30 for me to stop by, take a look at the home, and then talk about the different strategies that were and weren't done?
4:30 is busy for me, but tomorrow should be good. Plus, that'll
All
give me some
right,
time to kind of think about it.
perfect. Tomorrow, what time is good?
Like 5.
5. All right, what I'll do, because I'm going to be in your area, I'll stop by, drop off a little packet. This way, at least you get to know who we are. All right, we're online too, but I'll drop it off. If you're there, we'll say hi. And if not, I'll see you tomorrow anyway. Is your wife going to be home as well?
Yeah.
Perfect. Then we'll stop by then and talk. So, Mark, typically that's what I do. It goes as smoothly as possible. For the ones that want to talk, there will be ones that will shut me down. They'll be like, "Where'd you get my information? I don't have time for this. Hang up." Right.
Yep.
And we're all going to get those. And here's the
Good.
key. Here's the key to calling expireds, and then I'll let you chime in.
Yep.
The key is calling between, hopefully as soon as possible, but 8 to 8:30. Because you're calling within a time frame that they're not getting 60 calls. They've gotten typically about 10, 15 calls around 8:05, 8:10. And if you're calling before 8, there's typically a rule in there in your city, your state, that says you shouldn't be calling before 8 a.m. So that's what we typically do. As soon as I hang up with you, Mark, I text you. And so you now have my info there. If it is along my ways, and I did say I'm going to stop by, I stop by and I drop off a whole packet as to who we are as well.
Yeah.
So what were you going to say?
Yeah, I was going to ask you. So for the ones that hang up, because it happens to me, it happens to you, it happens to everyone.
Yeah.
What's your course of action? Because obviously, you don't just let them go. What do you do next?
No, I typically wait a little bit and I either call them back and say, I'm sorry, I dropped the call, depending on how I feel, because I'm not always up to that. And then depending on if I really want that home specifically, and I think we can sell it, then I'm going to stop by their home because they picked up the phone. They were home, right? If it's a home number, if it's a mobile number, I'm still going to try to stop by the home.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that's not every home though, because I take a look at things like this. Let me show you something. And dude, I don't know if you knew this one. Here, I'm going to see if I can log in. You're going to be surprised on this one if I can find in my my Trello account. If I do, you're going to love this, because a lot of people think, well, I don't know how to track them. I don't have a CRM to be able to track them. Here you guys go. This is how we would track them. So I focused in on Westlake Village and Malibu. Those were the areas that we would track specifically, because it just got too much after a while. Because I remember I've been calling expireds for sale by owners since 2004, and I recently stopped. So we just really narrowed it down to 3 different sections within Malibu and Westlake. And you see here, it says Malibu, stop by and nurture, short nurture call, and then not long nurture. Right? That's all we really had. And then within each one, I would stop by their house. This is their front door. I knocked on the door. He let me in. This is Bob Feinberg. He owns the home. He said Charlize Theron owned the home before him. We took a look at the kitchen. We went all the way in and we connected really well. So there are a lot of people like this, and we would keep track of everything here. But it's such a small area, because I take a look at Malibu. It's only 10,000 single family residences, right? So it wasn't spread out. And even in Westlake Village, it was around just our neighborhood. Demi,
oh my gosh, we got Demi Fox in here.
What's up, Demi? Do you take a minute before
Demi?
calling to check? Yeah, you know what? That's a great question, Demi. Here's what I do. I'm going to go back to a Red X so I can show you exactly what I do, only because I don't always. What's up, Gina? I don't always have time to take a look at the MLS, because sometimes the properties aren't in one MLS because we're so close. We have like 3-4 different MLSs here. So let's take a look. We're going to hide the script. Let's say it was Frederick Burton that I'm calling, right? And I've got this property right here. Well, what I typically do is I open up another window right here, going to Redfin, because Redfin's better than our MLS. And I go to Redfin and I take a look. Okay, off market. So this one didn't relist. And now I call.
And then also, if you go back to Red X or Vortex.
Yep.
If you go to the right of the address, you see that little Zillow icon up top right there. Hit that. And it should just take you directly to Zillow right away.
Boom. Yeah.
I like Redfin more personally, but
yeah, I trust Redfin more than I trust Zillow, right?
I agree. But if it needs to be like right away,
boom, right there. I like that.
I like Redfin more too.
I like that a lot, man. So yeah, this is why we have this right here to be able to use them. This is why we love Red X. But let's see what questions we have really quick. May says, I would also going to ask if we had any offers. Maybe an agent got offers and he thought it was too low. Wouldn't you ask that? May, great question. We do ask that, but it really depends on how far into the conversation we go. Because sometimes I can sense an urgency that either they want to hang up or maybe they want to meet. And instead of me asking questions, so many questions, I never get to the point that say, hey, let's meet up. And then in person, then I can ask that question. So you really have to just be listening to see at what point should I be closing to go meet them? Or at what point should I just back off and not ask as many detailed questions? Because you'll lose them either way. So
Yeah, I feel like these calls are very fast paced in comparison to other scripts.
Oh, so true, man. So true.
Angela has a question for you.
Shoot.
Tristan, what is this system you're using, Trello? What is Trello?
So Trello is a free service. You can categorize whatever you want. It's typically used to keep track of projects that you're doing. And I used it simply just to keep track of all of the expireds I was calling and visiting and either sending out notes to, talking to. And here, I'll show you one last piece on the Trello board. And just so you can see how easy it is to maneuver it and why I was using it. And then we'll go back on here. Let's say we went over here and it was a Malibu Stop By Nurture. Okay. I was here and I was like, you know what? I just talked to Bob and now all of a sudden it looks like it's going to be a long nurture. I'm just going to drop Bob over here. And that was it. And then if I click on this, they're all different colors. See? It says almost ready, nurture, stop by, letter, postcard. These are all the things that I added to it, right? And so it's so easy to bring people over. And I just use this specifically for expireds. So I hope
like
that
a CRM.
It is, dude. You can use Trello for anything, but really it all starts with RedX there, the data. Because if I'm calling but I'm not getting anybody, then I can't get to that stage, right? So for me, I need good data. Number one, this is why I put up the link there for RedX. Number two is I need to know what to say. I need to know how to say it, right? And I need to know at what point I need to say things. And that's all important. That unfortunately, that only comes with experience. So I need for all of you we're all scared to test this out. We're all scared to make calls at some point or another. But this is why I also love RedX, because they give you the opportunity to practice with their people, right? You get to choose, Mark, you get to choose their level. Level 1, easy. Level 2, medium. Level 3, kind of hard. You have to go over 3 objections.
And it's live too.
And it's live. It's with their people. So you can screw it all up and it won't even matter, but you get and you get the recording so you can hear how terrible you are.
Or great.
Or no, how terrible I am. For sure, terrible. For sure, terrible. Anyway, that's expireds. We went over it pretty quickly, but we wanted you to get kind of a hang of it. And we'll go into for sale by owners. Should we go into for sale by owners or should we go into calling your past clients in Sphere? You know what? You want to take a poll? What do you think?
Let's take a poll.
All right, guys. Do you want to hear for sale by owners or do you want to hear Sphere / past clients? What do you want to hear more? Here we got SOI, Sphere. So I think for the
many.
Yeah, I'm hearing Sphere and past clients for the most part. Yeah, by far. Okay. Look, that doesn't mean that we're not going to talk to for sale by owners. We will get to that as well. Let's go into Sphere and past clients, Mark. But I want to answer one question. We got Valerie here. What's up, Valerie? If you call them early, how do you keep them from talking to other agents, making other appointments after they talk to you? Valerie, what a great question. The way that we did it is we let them know that they're going to get a whole bunch of other calls trying to get their business. And if they don't recognize their number, we typically say, hey, if you don't recognize the number, just don't pick up. Just let it go to voicemail. Or if you don't, because we've done this before, we say, it's going to make you so angry. It's going to ruin your day. Just do yourself a favor. Let every call go to voicemail. Right. And they're like, okay, we'll do that. And then I say, let's meet up. And then I explain that the sooner they get into contract, if they are getting into contract with somebody to sell their home, the sooner they do that, the faster these people will stop calling, because as soon as they see it listed again on the MLS, they're going to stop calling. So, Demi, good point. DocuSign a listing contract. That's the fastest way. That is so funny. Great question, Valerie. All right, let's get into calling Sphere and past clients. I've got a few things here for you. And Mark, chime in anytime, buddy, on this.
Yep.
Because you're really good at this one. We talked a little bit about this on our last call, but for past clients and sometimes Sphere, we have four opportunities to be able to reach them. And some of these can be created by us, right? Number one is usually occasions and events. Those are the best, because I can call up Mark and be like, hey, Mark, I've got this event that we're having or that we're hosting, or hey, Mark, event, occasion, birthday, it's your birthday, right? Or it's my birthday and I'm inviting people over, right? I'm doing a lunch. Hey, there's a coffee outing. You want to go? Those are the events and occasions that we're talking about. That makes it the most natural, and we get the least hesitation on our part from our agents to be able to reach out to people, right? Mm-hmm. Mark, anything you want to add to that?
On that one, no, but I got number two that I'll throw your way, if no one else has any questions or anything about number one.
Not on that one. That one's pretty easy, man. And I've done it before on the coffee. So what's number two?
Yeah, and we've done events too, like before at on the lake.
Before COVID, massive events.
Yeah, that's fun. Number two, this one's actually one of my favorites, is the vendor list. So basically, kind of call up the client and you just kind of just say hi, build some rapport, and then mention to them, hey, I'm just looking out for people, and my clients didn't know if you needed anyone as far as a vendor goes. Need a plumber or a painter? Oftentimes they actually might need something. I actually just got hit up today by a past client asking for an electrician, and that opened up a whole conversation between me and that past client.
I like that. I like that vendor list idea.
Yeah. And then one thing you can also do that I absolutely love is you can even take this script and use it towards door knocking campaigns. For example, let's say Tristan's a past client, lives in Newbury Park, right? I call up Tristan, we talk about the vendor list, blah, 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 we're all done, right? Then I go to Tristan's neighborhood, knock on the doors, and I just mentioned I'm Mark, an agent with Keller Williams locally. Hey, I just wanted to let you know, one of my clients who actually lives in the neighborhood was asking me about a vendor list. They needed a plumber. So I thought I maybe might reach out to everyone in the neighborhood, seeing if you might need a vendor as well. Can you think of anyone? No, we don't. Okay, great. No worries. Absolutely. If you do, here's my card. If they say yes, do they need someone? You say, okay, great. That list is actually back in my office. When I get home or when I get back to my office, I'll go ahead and email that to you or text it to you. What's the best form of contact for you? So now you just got their contact info and you're providing them with value.
Dude, what a great way to door knock the people around the house that you just listed or just sold or under contract.
Yep.
Like, can you imagine doing a home inspection and then just, if you're able to step out during the home inspection. If you're not, don't do it. If you are, right, then go around, like you said, you go around 5 houses and be like, hey, we're doing the home inspection over here. And we have a home inspector out there that thought, why not let the neighbors know? Do you know of anybody close by that might need a plumber or a home inspector or a roof inspector, anything along those lines? I've got a great list.
Yeah, man.
What a great one, dude.
Yeah, taking a past client script and turning it into a door knocking script.
I love that. That I love a lot. I've got one for you here, and that's, I said this one before, and we don't use this one enough. Check out social media, right? Check out all of your past clients and your sphere on social media.
Mm-hmm.
You've got most of them on there. So before you make the call, check them out first. Like I would check out, I'm just going to go on my social right now. Here, let's see what pops up. All right. Mark, don't judge me on what pops up.
1 million followers.
Don't judge me. Let's go to Facebook. We're live on Lab Codes. That was great. All right.
Right,
so
there's us right now.
So that's funny. So look, there's Rachel. She's a friend of mine, right? And I would open this up and so excited and thankful for this opportunity and baby H3's first big speaking gig. Okay, so I could hit up Rachel if she was part of my sphere, and I could either call her or text her and say, hey, Rachel, saw you on Facebook, another speaking gig, amazing. While you're pregnant, how are you doing this? Right? Question mark. And then Now, all of a sudden, I start a conversation with her. Have nothing to do with real estate. I'm reaching out to my sphere. Same thing with your past clients. This is why it's important to connect with them on social media, right? And that's number 3. Anything you want to add to that?
No, solid, very solid. LCM all day long. You crushed that for sure.
All right, got that. And then obviously we have coaching. If you're interested in coaching one-on-one with us or in group coaching, there's the link. Barry, thanks for putting that up. I totally forgot. I always forget. We're terrible. Mark, we're terrible at marketing our coaching, damn it.
Hey, we have coaching. There you go.
Terrible. All right, next one.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you got something. Go. We're on
Yeah.
number
I was
4
gonna say one of my personal favorite ones, aside from the vendor list, is one of these ones where you just talk about how you were kind of in the neighborhood. And you could say, hey, I was in the neighborhood a couple of days ago, and I was thinking of you. How are things going with your home? Right? This is great because it opens up the conversation for, yeah, we just got the bathroom redone, or we just had the kitchen refinished. Well, it's fantastic. Whenever you're ready, or whenever it's done, or if it's done, whatever the conversation says, then you say, I would love to stop by and check it out. Right? That's going to really increase the value of your home. I would love to see it. Right? So now you're talking about equity. Sets up the conversation for equity when you go there.
Yes.
You're not asking them to sell directly, but you're kind of like, just throwing that out there about equity, money.
Well, I have a question for you, and then I'll get to the fourth one. I have a question for you. And everyone pay attention to this one, because I haven't asked Mark this question. Let's see what he comes up with. You closed a pretty big deal in Malibu, 10.5 million, right?
Yep.
And he's a busy guy, smart guy, he's a really cool dude also. You're passing by Malibu sometimes. Do you just randomly reach out and text them? How do you keep up with somebody like that?
Yeah, I was showing homes a bit further down. Just actually, it was like last month. I was showing homes a bit further down from their neighborhood, and I drove by and I just said, "Hey, just driving by your neighborhood. Just wanted to say hi. I hope you guys are well. Let me know when you're in town." And that was it. Last time I did that, they said, "Hey, you'd actually love what we did at the house," and they showed they did a bunch of cool artwork. They did a new fireplace, and it was super cool. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I want to come see it next time you're in town." It's not their primary residence, so.
You ever just text them and say mimosas ?
Yes.
I believe you. All right, last one here. I've got one for you.
That's right, Demi. Yep.
That's so funny. Here's the last one for you. We have holidays. We have a lot of holidays in the United States. And don't half-ass the holiday texts. They shouldn't just be, Mark, I shouldn't be texting you and saying, well, what's coming up? Hold on. What's coming up? Veteran? No, Labor Day. Is Labor Day?
Labor Day. Like this weekend.
Labor Day. All right, perfect. Instead of just texting and saying, hope you have an amazing Labor Day, happy Labor Day weekend, blah, blah, crap. I need you to add something to the end of it. So, Mark, it's going to be, Mark, happy Labor Day weekend. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Hey, are you guys barbecuing this weekend? ?
Mm-hmm.
Because happy Labor Day really just, you're not prompting me with anything. What are you doing? You're just saying happy Labor Day. What I'm going to do with you? Little heart or happy Labor Day, Mark. But now you're asking me a question. Am I barbecuing? Maybe they'll be like, no, I'm going out of town. No, I'm doing this. Yes, I'm doing this. And now we start a conversation and allow people to connect with us at a deeper level. If you don't do that, it's never going to happen. So ask questions during the holidays.
I love that.
That's the last one I got for you, buddy. That's all I wrote down. How about you? Anything?
That's all she wrote.
All right. Everyone, thanks for jumping in. If you're interested in RedX, you know how to get there. If you're interested in coaching, I think we still do coaching if we have a link somewhere there. Maybe. Always forget. I did no, that's not the coaching link. That's the RedX link.
I was going to grab Aubrey's thing. I'm going to do it myself. I got you guys. We're doing this.
Mark, we got to practice that, man.
Boom, done. We should coach ourselves.
We should coach ourselves.
Let's stay on after everyone gets off. Let's just.
All right, everybody. Thanks for being on. What are we going to talk about next week, Mark? This week was great, by the way. Maybe for sale by owners? Well, should we go into for sale by owners?
Could do FSBOs, as I could see that maybe could be coming up in this changing market more than it was a year ago. We could do FSBOs. We could do. Let's see. Anyone else throw an idea out?
All right, I like for sale by owners. I like
Yeah.
for sale by owners. What about walking through an open house with you?
Pickleball lesson.
Pickleball lessons, but Jacob, that doesn't count.
Yeah, we can do open house stuff for sure.
Yeah, like if I'm walking through an open house, how do you win me over?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
And we can even do the hard sales where they say I have an agent, whether they're being truthful or not. We can talk about that objection, and we can talk about how to
Ooh, I
get
like
past
it.
that and how to get their number 95% of the time.
Dude, I love that. Okay, let's do this then. Let's do, because I think 2 topics eats up 30 minutes perfectly. Let's do for sale by owners, and let's do open houses. I like that.
Awesome. And then Don wants to
All
talk
right.
about listing appointment.
Don, I love
After
that. Okay, so then how about the next session, Don? We go over our listing presentation type of thing.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that? Mark, I don't think we have a listing presentation. We're going to just talk to people.
You do, which is what we'll do.
Yeah, we'll just talk. We have a listing presentation, but we don't use it, guys.
I just sent it via email. So here you go. If you can't sleep at night, just read this.
Here's the listing presentation, but we won't open it, which is so great. Yeah, we'll go over it. We'll go over it. It'll be fun. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day. Sign up for everything we put up there somehow, all the links. And Mark, thanks so much, buddy.
Thank you.